There we go, guys. All finished. Can't wait to try this. Have a great day.
That's done.
Alright guys, sorry. We are going to bake a strawberry lemon cake together. You've seen my recipe. I'm making lemon cake. And I'm going to make it pretty similar to that. And we're going to have a little bit of differences. I got an idea of what I want to do. I got in my head what I want to do. So we're going to put this together. I've never made a strawberry lemon cake, but I'm going to make it similar to my mom's lemon cake recipe. I think it's going to be really good. I hope it turns out good. So we're going to start out. I've never used any of her cake mixes, so we're going to start out with Dolly Parton's strawberry cake. Okay. And then we're also going to use Betty Crocker's lemon supreme cake. Now, basically to start out, I got my oven already preheating to 350. And to start out making this recipe, you follow the instructions. If you've seen my lemon cake video, what makes it unique and different is the icing. Okay, so we're also putting in strawberry jello in with the strawberry one. We're putting lemon pudding in with the lemon cake. So these are also going to be an addition. All right, so you guys ready to bake a cake with me? We're going to put the ingredients together. I'm not going to show you mixing it because I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible. But if you do, if you're a first time viewer, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Liking and commenting helps push my videos into the YouTube algorithm. The more interaction, the more likes, the more comments that's on my videos, the further it gets pushed into the feed, and it'll work out really well. So make sure you do that for me. And join my channel if you want to. Check out my other channel, Dixie's Friends. Let's go. I'm going to put the lemon one together first. Like I said, I want to make this video as short as possible for you. So that's why I'm not going to show the blending part. And you still have a friend who's working on moving out. And she's crying right now, so I'm sorry. I will do autocorrect, but I don't know if we'll take her out or not. She wants out, and we can't let her out because she pees and poos everywhere. And so the whole here to clean up the messes. So the only time she gets to go out is when I feed her and I pick up the So lemon mix. We put in the lemon pudding. All of our ingredients. All right, so basically on the box it tells you to use 1 cup of water. I never ever use water in my cakes. I always use milk, and I noticed Dolly Parton's cake recipe uses milk instead of water too. So she knows what she's doing. Okay, and yeah, I'm wearing my glasses, so what do you think of that? I can't see the stove very well, the numbers on the stove very well, unless I have my glasses on. So I'm like, yeah, I need my glasses. So here we go. 1 cup of milk, using my husband's lactose-free milk as per usual. You can use whatever milk you prefer. Doesn't have to be lactose free, but mine has to be because my husband's lactose intolerant. Got the milk. Next, it calls for 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. I never use vegetable oil. I use coconut oil. Haha. I need to sit it back on this one. I had the burner off of this one so I can have something for the cake to cool on. Already took it off. So anyway, 3 eggs. We're gonna get 3 eggs on. And then we're going to mix it. When I do my eggs, I crack them on the side. I put them in one at a time in here. And I look to make sure there's no eggshells that's fallen into the egg. Oh, it came off the egg, okay? That's very important. You guys ready? Time to do the strawberry line. See how easy and simple this is? I don't do the all from scratch one flour. This day and age, we all are so pressed for time that actually learning how to turn box mixes into looking and tasting like homemade needs to become a part, because we just none of us have the time. Because you always see all these things where, you know, these professional chefs always mock people who use box mixers and stuff. That ain't very nice. There's a lot of people out there that are pressed for time that don't have hours and hours to spend on that cake. Okay, so here we go. Again, dry ingredients goes first. So I got the cake mix in, and like I said, I didn't clean it out because you're making one. Okay, so this is going to be the strawberry yellow. And I accidentally brought zero sugar, and I just realized that. I'm like, oh crap. So I'm going to taste it. I'm hoping it still has a good flavor and doesn't have a weird aftertaste. It's going to ruin my cake. It doesn't taste bad. We're going to be okay. Okay. I guess the good thing about that, lower calories, right? Okay, so I'm going to tell you what we're doing for this one. We are going to have 1 cup of milk, 4 eggs, and 1/2 cup of melted butter. We don't use any oil. Dolly Parton's not using no oil in hers. She uses butter. Butter, people. What do you think about that? Here we go. I like it. I'm just going to make that cake, this cake much, much richer than the lemon cake, in my opinion. Like I said, it's okay to go a hair over because of the extra powdered ingredients. There's one. We need 4 eggs. You don't have to have one of these particular things, and you know, so don't feel like you have to go and buy it. Tablespoon works just fine. Just something to scrape it out. Okay. I usually do a quick like this to make sure I didn't miss any of the batter on the sides, because sometimes that happens. I do, and then we're going to get it poured in. I like to do it kind of in a layer motion. And then you want to spread it out in your pan so it goes out all the way. I'm going to do 2 different cake batches, so it doesn't really, but I'm still kind of wanting to get it all the way to the edges. And with using the fact that you use a Jello mix, box mix to make it the flavoring or pudding, just a hint that you might want to add a little bit over 1 cup, like a hair over 1 cup and a hair over 1/3. So whatever liquid it calls for, I would put in just like a pinch extra. So take it up just a little bit above the 1 cup mark, whatever you're using for that, okay? Because, yeah. And I'm not going to clean this out because I'm going to mix them together anyway inside the cake pan. So then I take this, and it looks weird, but this is the quickest way. There you go. Oh, even in there. Now our Rex, I'm ready for the second batch, second cake. All right, 1/2 cup of melted butter. I got sugar on my brain because I'm worried about that 0 sugar, but I think it's going to be okay. So I'll put this in there, and we are ready to mix the second cake. So strawberry's done. Gotta put the strawberry in, and it's a little bit more runny than the other one. We're gonna take it, and that's exactly how I'm gonna do it. I'm excited because her cornbread is amazing. I know I'm mixing it with another brand. I looked to see if she had a lemon cake recipe mix, but she didn't, so that's why she has a banana one. That might be interesting to try sometime. My husband's not big on banana though, so I don't know how well that would go over in my household. I love banana, he don't. So I guess it would be more my cake. All right. So want to lick my hand really bad, and I know I shouldn't. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You can see it from a distance pretty good right now, okay? And it's going to be puffed up pretty good, so it's going to be interesting getting this glazed icing on. I was just thinking about that. So this is going to be fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to marble it. Kind of do a marble design with it. So I'm using a butter knife. And it's not going to be completely marble, but how you do that, and so right now it's pretty much the strawberry is laying on top. It's not mixed in with the lemon. So for marble, we want it mixed. So I'm going to cut across. And I'm going to stir it. What this is going to do is I'm mixing it together, kind of. So doing this is going to blend them together. It may not look like a marble cake, but the flavoring tastes like a marble cake. You don't have to do it a lot, just a little bit. And honestly, taking it with a knife all the way down to the bottom, if you could hear us scraping the bottom, actually will take care of it. And I did grease the pan with coconut oil, but it will kind of mix the strawberry and the lemon together. All right, let's put her in. You ready to see what it looks like when it comes out and help me make the icing? Okay, this cake is doing exactly what I thought it was going to do because my cake pan isn't big enough for 2 cakes when it rises. But what I like is pulling away from the edges perfectly. So I'm going to use this when I do the icing. You'll understand why when you watch me put it together. All right, guys. So the cake may not be completely ready yet, but I'm going to go ahead and put the icing together. And I'm going to do it on the stove so you can see how it works. Because don't want to put my tablet on this hot stove. I'm going to try to stay away with that with my new tablet. It might have been why my old tablet went foot. So here you go. This is how easy it is. You're going to need powdered sugar, lemon juice concentrate, And since it's going to be a lemon strawberry cake, you're running strawberry extract for your icing. Now, when I'm done with this, first bite of this cake, it's going to be full flavor, and it's going to be like you're biting into a piece of sour candy. So you guys ready to see how this goes together? We're going to start with powdered sugar. And this is where you get to watch me get messy. So it's 1 cup. Like I said, you get to watch me get messy. Alrighty. Listen. You were supposed to go in here so I can measure you. Because of how much I gotta do. I'm wasting my powdered sugar. Well, I guess I'm glad I'm doing all this. It's trying to make a huge mess already, and I'm just getting started. So 1.5 cups. There's 1. This is I'm doing that so that if the icing runs off when I'm putting it on the cake, it goes on that instead. Okay. And there's 1.5. Okay. We're going to do this 4 times. So watch this mixture closely. You're going to 4 times this. You're going to want 4 tablespoons of the strawberry extract to start off with. And because of all the extra I'm going to do with the strawberry, you'll see in a minute, I'm going to make sure I do a lot of the lemon. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I like to make the lemon flavor a little bit stronger to offset, so that way the strawberry doesn't overpower the lemon. 1, 2, count with me, 3, 4 teaspoons, 5 teaspoons, 6 teaspoons, 7 teaspoons, 8 teaspoons, 9 teaspoons, 10 teaspoons. Got that? Okay, now you got the mixture down. Now you're going to repeat this 4 times. 4 times. Okay? Stir it together really good. I'm going to have to get the spoon because I wasn't going to use this, but oh well, I did. So then you get it stirred together real good. I'm glad I put this cookie sheet out. It wasn't intended for that part. It was intended for, because when you see how puffed up the cake is, they need it. Because this mixture may go running off. But you'll see what I'm going to do with it, and it probably won't. So I'm probably going to do this fine. So we're going to do this again. I'm going to do it right here 4 more times, okay? So I'm going to get at least 1 more time in here, and we're going to get it ready. All right, guys, cake is done. I'm pulling her out right now. Like I said, we have to do this immediately after the cake comes out of the oven. You guys ready? Set it sideways here. Something told me to check it again because the top was getting like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's getting really brown looking. That's usually a hint that the cake is done. It took about 15 minutes extra than the box mix because I'm putting 2 cakes together to make this work. Okay, so good thing about it is if it's just a little more done than I want, this glaze will fix it. So you need this. Why do we need this? You're poking holes through the entire cake, and I like to use this because it's big and it gets all the way down to the very bottom of the pan. Every time I hit and go all the way down, it is touching, literally touching the bottom of the pan. You want it like this because the glaze is supposed to go inside the cake. This is a different kind of icing. This is not meant to fit on top of the cake like normal fluffy icings do. This is supposed to go into the cake. So the flavoring of this glaze impermeates the whole entire cake and moistens it up. Ready? Now, what you do, very simple, very easy. I got this pretty much on the middle. Got that on the middle on purpose, and I don't want to touch it without a glove because it's going to want to burn my hand. So, because if you can see how puffed up it is pretty puffed up pretty high. So, And that's because there's 2 cakes in here. So you're going to just take it and gently pour. I wanted to did it this way so that way if it does go outside the cake pan, it doesn't go on my stove. And instead it goes in the cookie sheet. Which if I'm brave enough, I will move cake. And there we go. Blaze is on. And it's going to run off a little bit. It's fine. But that's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it. But I'm going to turn to get the other glove, because what I'm going to do is play with it. So I'm going to make one more blaze. Then I'm going to turn this sideways. This way. I want to make sure it's staying inside the cake pan. Getting those like little cracks and crevices. Move the cake pulled away. And that way it's going to make it super, super moist, guys. Now see why I'm going to make another batch of it? See how quickly it soaks into the cake? This is going to be so sticky. Oh my God. Let's see if I can do it in public. I doubt it. Oh, I doubt it. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Here we go. Wish me luck, guys. Yes, I'm going to let you see me do this. Now, it sinks in really fast because it's super hot. So that's why it sinks in. That's why you always wait to put icing, store-bought icing or icing on your cake until the very end. I'm going to probably keep this on this cookie sheet for the fact that I don't want this sticky all over my kitchen table. Because I ran underneath it. But there you go. I need to make at least 1 or 2 more batches of this, put it on there so that way it is completely, when it's all done, I'll show you a picture. It actually has a little white glaze all over the top of it. And it's kind of shiny. That's when you know you got the right amount inside the cake. I don't know how well you guys can tell it, but it's going to have like little pieces of the powdered sugar, but you can see the shine. I don't know if you can see it kind of like sparkling and shining in spots. That's exactly what you want it to look like. That way you know it's filled in all the holes, got all the way down to the bottom of the pan and gotten through the whole cake. And then there's some on top. Now it's just going to set up and I'll add the other icing to turn into strawberry fresh cake and some strawberries and she'll be done. There we go, guys. All finished. Can't wait to try this. Have a great day.
That's done.
It wouldn't be a baking video or a cooking video without the cook or the baker trying their own food, right? Strawberry lemon cake. It's supposed to be overly sweet and it definitely is. Super squishy, overly moist. Really strong lemon flavor with a hint of strawberry. This turned out perfect. Watch my video. Again, if you need to, write down the recipe and make it yourself. Keep moving. Keep eating healthy. Don't ever give up. Like, comment, share, subscribe only if you want to. Check me out on my other channel, Dixie's Friends, and my other social media accounts, which will always be in my descriptions of my videos if you'd like to join my channel to see sneak previews. Have an amazing day, everyone. Thank you so much for all of your support.